NCRP Productions proudly presents Mörk Borg. Episode 1, Graying Tower, Alone on the Sea.
Alright, welcome everybody. My name is Mike, and I'm going to be your GM for the evening. Tonight we are playing Mörk Borg, the Swedish black metal RPG, the spiked flail to the face. Let's go around and meet our players, starting with you.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I am running Crag Sally, the swashbuckling knife knave.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running Blevit, the fanged deserter.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm running Bartholomew Bilge. Oh my god. I was reading that too slow in my head. Bartholomew Bilge. No, for some reason I keep fucking up Bartholomew with another name in my head.
Do you want to say like Bilge Rat
You could just
Bart
switch
or
your
something?
name
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
You made
No,
it up.
You're welcome
no.
to change your name.
I love this name. Like, I love the name, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna suffer, and you all will suffer
So
too.
skip the
Anyway.
Irish wristwatch at the beginning
Yeah.
and do Bartholomew at the beginning.
I'm
That's
really
fair.
jealous that he just
That's
said
fair.
that right.
No.
Notice how slow I went?
Yeah. Really made sure. Anyway, I'm a buccaneer and a sharpshooter.
Okay,
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Wow.
What's up, Bartholomew Bilge? That's me. I'm gonna have a voice too later.
Yeah, I'm working on the voice as well.
Also, I got 4 rats. What up?
Yo.
I just saw John intake a breath, and I'm just like, already I have a headache.
Yeah.
I need to breathe.
John, this is the last breath of the evening. It's kind of throwing off
You're
the
done.
master.
And hey everybody, it's me, John, and I am playing George Clooney, the cursed skinwalker.
I told myself I wasn't going to laugh.
I don't see what's so funny.
Oh, I just got lightheaded.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Welcome, George.
Yes,
Thank
welcome,
I'm
you.
wondering if
George.
by
Yeah.
episode 3 it's going to get old because it isn't getting old yet.
All right, everybody. Are we ready to hear just a tiny bit about the world
Yeah.
in which
Absolutely.
you live? I've condensed this down quite a bit, so let's see how you guys like it. You live in a world of an unseen sun. Dead, dying, or absentee gods. You trudge through the muck, avoiding festering critters. Masses flood to worship the basilisk in the Valley of the Unfortunate Undead. For one reason or another, you have been able to avoid doing this, and you continue your life simply trying to make it through. Recently, each one of you, separately, while traveling, you were looking for sanctuary through the blighted part of this planet that is called Wasteland, and you recently stopped in a city called Schleswig. Schleswig is a small, sad, and yet formerly very opulent village. As you looked around, you saw that very few people littered the streets, and those that were in the streets were accosted by soldiers. You heard these soldiers telling all that taxes will continue rising, and that the Mad King, they just called him the King, Fatmu the Ninth, will continue protecting them from the undead blight that keeps coming in from the west. While you were there and realized this place sucks just as much as everywhere else that you've seen, and you're not going to get a good time here, you did notice one man who entered the town, a very well-dressed trader. He was carried by 6 other people wearing these beautiful opulent robes. He is essentially dropping silver as he's carried, and you hear him announcing that he is offering sanctuary to anybody who needs it for the low price of 150 silver. Hearing this, each one of you maybe perked up a little bit on your own, and upon learning that all you needed to do is travel to the nearby Lake Odna, where you would meet a person in a canoe who would take you through the tributaries and to their sloop. Each of you made your way to Lake Odna. Upon reaching there, you found a man in a canoe, exactly as described. The canoe is covered in blood. This entire lake is black as night. The red wine sky that you can barely see, this grayish blob of the sun, stretches as far as you can see off into the tributaries, off into the trees growing directly out of this disgusting, filthy water. Knowing that this was probably your best chance, each one of you climbed aboard this, and this is how you met. You were taken through the tributaries and placed upon a ship as you reached the edge of the endless sea, where you hopped aboard a ship that is called the Weeping Wound. It is a small sloop made of black wood. Every single piece of wood appears to be a different age, rotting and disgusting. And you met your captain, Captain Jeremiah Fester.
Fester, I love that.
Are any of his nephews on board?
Jesus.
Any nieces,
And
No.
so
brothers?
The other people that you did meet, when this person was telling you how desperately they needed crew for this sloop, you met the rest of the crew, 4 people by the name of Mule Kick, No Toe Johnson, Stitches Stoolblood, and Only Kevin. You departed this port about 4 days ago, and each of you has learned a very interesting thing from different members of the crew just by listening in. So, aboard this ship, each of you has spoken to each of these crew members, and we're going to start over with Bartholomew Bilge. You have recently been speaking to this large undead person. You wouldn't really call it either gender. It's missing most of its face. It can say a few things, and
hell of a conversation.
That's the best kind.
You want me to fill in the blanks, right?
Yeah.
mostly you've noticed that this person has been maintaining the cannons. There are 4 cannons on the ship. You notice that they've been maintaining the cannons. So you approach him asking if you can help in some way or another. How do you speak to this person?
I gotta
So-
ask first one. Are we talking like 16-inch guns cannons? Or are we talking like written cannons? Like they're the cannons about this ship?
Yeah, the Western King.
I mean,
The
like
answer
the way this game goes
is
with
yes.
omens and all this stuff, I'm like immediately, he's the keeper of the cannons. Oh shit, that's the scary dude.
Yeah.
16-inch guns.
And
All right.
yeah,
okay.
sure, yeah.
Come on, Pedro, do something right.
Wow, Barry should be doing this, not me.
To describe myself a little bit, so I'm a buccaneer, so I'm thinking about like, we'll say 5'9", but or actually no, 6'2", but I'm hunched down to about 5'9". I'm probably
The weight of the rats.
Yeah, so I'm probably about in my early 40s, let's say, or actually how long? Yeah, we'll say early 40s. Fine, that's what good for me. And the things that are most noticeable about me is that my eyes are going kind of cataract over, so I'm slowly starting to lose my sight, which sucks for my sharpshooting, because I'm also the sharpshooter. The other thing that's most noticeable about me is the fact that all in my hair and on my clothing, you'll see there's little bits that have been sewn in or tied in, ropes in my hair, my dreaded hair. There's like pieces of cloth and everything, and my 4 rats named Scabs, Keel, Rust, and Delilah, they all help me kind of, when I need to get through the world or to aim. And so you'll see them as I move around, kind of scurrying, like running across me, sliding or like swinging on ropes. They're basically kind of driving me as a ship.
It's important
Around.
that everyone knows that when he got these rats, they're described as rats that love you.
Yes, that's true. Rats that love me, they love me. This is great. So, yeah, so then I've been just probably on watch this whole time as a sharpshooter, and I'm just bored, so I need to do something, and what better than go over to the cannon? So I'll look around, see this ugly son of a bitch, and just kind of walk over.
You could be the guy on the ship's like, land ho! What are you doing? That's the only thing I can do is a sharpshooter in the middle of the ocean.
If you go that way several days, so I'll go over. Hey, big fella, anything I can do around here? I'm getting a little restless.
Without looking up at you, this undead creature starts to go, I was wondering when you were going to come talk to me. He begins to look up and goes, oh shit. Wait, what was your name again?
Bartholomew
Oh,
Bilge.
yeah, I've really got nothing for you to do. But don't forget, you're essential on this crew. I don't know. I mean, do you see all those kind of bloody manacles laying on the deck? Maybe you could go, like, clean those up or something like that. That sounds like a really, really good idea. He then looks over at some of the other crew, gives them a wink, and just laughs. Just out loud starts laughing.
One of your rats goes, ask his name!
And so, yeah, looking down. So he's sitting, correct? Is he eye level with me? Is he that
Absolutely,
big?
yeah.
Okay.
He's big enough that while he's sitting down polishing the cannons, both the 16-inch guns and the legends, I suppose, as Barry asked. Yeah, he's about eye level with you.
So I'll just, Delilah just kind of jumps across me as I go and tugs on one of the ropes, and I spit down. I say,
Do they have spittoons?
yeah.
Like, is there a rat swinging into... So no matter where you spit, it's...
That's Rust with his little rusty thimble. Yeah, so I'll say,
I have one job here.
I was thinking something more along the lines of cannons. I'm good with guns. Manacle seems kind of beneath me.
Okay. Yeah, if you really, truly want something to do, I could do with a few more barrels of gunpowder up here.
I haven't smelt a barrel of gunpowder in a little while. Let's go do that.
Seriously, Bart, ask his name.
I mean, you can sniff them when you're down there if you want to. Just don't do it too much. The captain might think that's weird, and I don't know, we throw you off or something.
You know, I was about to turn around and say, "Are you calling me weird?" And I'll kind of cock an eye, dead white eyes at him.
Yeah, looking directly back at you with his no eyes. You see a cockroach crawls out of one side of his cheek, down his face. He picks it off of his face and eats it with half of his jaw. And he goes, "No, I mean, I think you're pretty normal. It would be weird if you sniffed the barrels, though. Don't go sniffing them."
I'll take it under consideration. And I'll turn, and my rats will lead me down. And yeah, I'll bring some gunpowder barrels up. I don't take a weird sniff, but I definitely take a good inhale of it. Kind of pop the top, see, and yeah, this was made about 3 years ago. That's good. Pop the cork down. This will do nicely.
Oh wow, you know the vintage of the gunpowder. Wow, that's fantastic.
You gotta know. Yeah.
So, seeing this strange little interaction, and then watching your friend Bartholomew Bilge come up sniffing a barrel and bringing it over to this large undead person, a Blevit, you are standing near somebody who appears to be kind of like adjusting the rigging and things like that, and this person is just kind of eyeing you, and it almost looks like they're wondering why you're standing next to them. This is not a large ship. There's really nowhere else for you to stand.
Right, okay.
So, how do you interact with this person?
Got a problem? I noticed there's one eye where you should be working, which is that scaffolding which seems to be coming down, and another on me. Do you think I'm in the wrong place?
Well, I don't think you're in the wrong place, but I'm wondering why you're standing near me. You're so close to me.
You do realize that you're standing about 6 inches away from this person at this
So
point.
I will give an exaggeratedly long step back. Better.
So you want, what from me? Why are you here? What are you doing?
Well, before we began the conversation, I actually wanted nothing from you. Now I feel like there's something owed to me. I've wasted all this time. My time is very valuable. How is that sail bringing us across these waters? I don't feel a wind, and yet we seem to be moving.
Yeah, so really the sails are more decorative. You know that the dry wind that comes in from the west, this is a sad place. I mean, really the ship kind of magically moves on its own. This is why we have no job for you. If you want to go stand up in the rigging, I think that could be fun for you.
I look up, I'm like, no, I don't believe I shall do that.
You definitely see at least 3 or 4 nooses hanging from up there.
And definitely not by that jib. I will ask this. Who am I addressing?
Oh, yes. So my name is, you can call me Noto.
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 Very good.
Yes.
And the skeletal gentleman that was speaking with my friend Bartholomew.
Oh, over there, that is Bosun Stoolblood. But he probably wants you to call him by Stitches.
Stitches. Very good. I mean, there are not a lot of us on the ship. I think it would be important to learn everyone's name.
Oh, sure. And what's your name?
I didn't introduce myself?
No.
Shame. I am Blevit.
Ah,
You can always pick me out in the crowd. My teeth. And I will click, 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 click as I run my fingernail across them.
you have musical teeth.
I do.
Fantastic.
It stands out.
You know, maybe the captain can have you play some music and dance for his men.
I also don't think I'll be doing that
Oh.
either.
Okay. Wow. You hear him like kind of whisper to himself, "What truly are useless then?"
So, as part of the background, my memory is the fanged deserter has a mouth problem that need to eat. Am I remembering that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I now
eat
realize
the
why I was so
Oh,
close.
no.
And had not thought about it. So good. I will await some time at this distance and slowly, shimmy the feet left, right, a little closer. See if he notices me a second time.
Okay. Fantastic. So you're doing that weird little dance move where you heel toe over
just
toward
slowly,
him. Yeah.
with
and-
the swaying of the ship.
And you, Miss Crack Sally, you are looking around at all of these weird things that are happening. You're seeing that one of the people who you met a few days ago is probably going to eat the guy who's working on the sails.
Has Sally seen me eat anyone yet? Or I guess
I think
is the wrong
that's
thing.
more
Bite.
for y'all to decide.
Right. Have you seen me bite anyone? Because again, eating that's not necessarily palatable, but biting, a little nip here, a little nip there.
It's a bite world. That's what I'm going with.
Bite, eat, bite world.
Bite world, perhaps.
Bite. All right. Yep.
Anyways, yeah, I have.
I'm not writing
It's
that
not my
down.
business. Yeah, I've definitely seen him clean a couple femurs off. But usually they were going against us, so I was okay with it. Usually.
So you, having watched all of this take place, you notice that the other two crew persons, besides the captain, are standing together, and they almost look like they're just kind of like whispering amongst each other. And you also see the other person that you've been traveling with standing across the deck, also watching this. How do you two react to this?
I Rochambeau.
Oh, are we playing a game? Oh, fantastic. I love games. I have conquered your scissors with my paper. They wrap the blades, making them useless. Clearly, I shall go speak to the captain.
Is that how that works?
Do I understand the game incorrectly?
Mr. Clooney, I'm not your PA. We've talked about this. I don't
Please, George.
I don't know what a
George
PA is.
is fine.
Anyways, I got dibs on the pink one.
Well, fantastic. I'm just interested in our accommodations here, and I think that maybe you could ask if they have seats for us or something along those lines.
I'm gonna spit at your feet and walk towards the two men.
Understandable. I am quite distasteful.
So the two of you begin approaching these two who are whispering. One of the things that you do hear as you're approaching is they keep mentioning the cargo that is to be dropped off. Now, you have been below deck. There's nothing there aside from some fishing gear and some gunpowder, things like that. These two people that you're approaching, one of them, it almost looks like his head has been fully caved in on one side. His jaw hangs down from him. Both of his yellow eyes kind of stick out a little bit as if they've been pushed from the inside. And he's speaking to a normal-looking person in a white t-shirt and jeans.
Alright.
Well, clearly this is Kevin
This is the
with
pink.
the wound in the head that looks to have been caused by the kick of a mule.
Speaking of mules, don't you have a mule aboard?
Absolutely, yeah. Obsessed with them. Love the equine.
You all notice as you hear him say this that the mule is tied to the outside of the boat and is fully being dragged through the water.
Love salt water.
It's essentially being half keel hauled right
Trying
now.
to think of that Nord. Wasn't annoying enough. I could do better later.
It's working as your foghorn, essentially.
It's my Swiss Army mule that does everything.
So, Crag Sally is a dense woman. She is undead, and she's just kind of like a squat, kind of like if a toad were a person. She has really long, greasy hair that goes like over her face, and like a leather, really crude, like leather strap she's stuck her daggers through. Was obviously not a dagger holder previously. There's also a needle stuck through her septum. It's just like a hypodermic needle. It's
Nice.
not a thing.
Just a super.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's like one side sticking out way more than the other?
Yeah, there's like the little, the part that fits into like the syringe.
Great.
That'd be the
Plunger? Yeah.
Oh, do you have the
Alright,
plunger on it as well?
No, because there's like, there's the needle part and there's like a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so
the-
you've broken it off from the
Yeah.
hypodermic.
If
and
there's
just-
not no
So
plunger.
there's just like a little nub on the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
thought of the entire hypodermic.
I know.
Yeah, that's
was
what I was
like-
thinking too. Thinking that you had it like hanging off to one side.
Interesting idea. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stare down only Kevin.
Oh, hey there, miss. How are you?
Pop the cork on my lard jar to say I got enough for 2.
Is that... What is that?
And point to the label. You read?
It's so charming.
He immediately looks over to this person whose head's been kicked in, and he goes, I mean, yeah, of course I can read. I can read that says... and he reaches for the bottle at that point.
I'm gonna, let him kind of grab it, and then I'm gonna grab his wrist
Okay.
and say, "Nothing's for free out here.
Oh dear God, we really are pirates.
We want information, only Kevin."
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Always willing to help when I can. The other large person whose head has been kicked in is fully like trying to put his hand over only Kevin's mouth.
Mr. Clooney and I couldn't help it over here that you mentioned cargo aboard.
Oh, I didn't say anything like that.
Well, that's a lie, only Kevin. I don't like liars.
Oh,
Ma'am, I believe that clearly you must have misheard these gentlemen. They're simply ferrying us to safe haven, and any discussions of cargo should be ones that mayhaps we should have in private, away from the ears of those who may be planning things
Possibly below decks.
possibly
In
below the deck.
cargo hold.
Yes.
Kevin points over to him and he's like, yeah. He's right. There's we were talking about Fargo. Have you seen it? It's fantastic.
I remember that. And I'm gonna recap my lard. No
What?
lard for you, only Kevin.
Oh, that was some kind of booze or something. Looking at George Clooney.
I believe it's some sort of fat or butter. She loves the stuff.
I'm like kind of like sucking the grease off my fingers.
I'm trying to figure out how Crag Sally gets it out of a bottle that has a cork. It's lard.
It's a really big fucking
Oh,
cork,
so you
dude.
stick a finger in that is okay.
How
all
else
right,
do you
okay.
drink lard? You
Yeah.
use a straw. Okay.
Oh, I was imagining that you had like one really skinny long finger.
No, fingernail.
Like
Just
the-
one
Really large
fingernail.
fingernail.
But it's not your fingernail. You pull it out of your pocket and you.
or suck it through the needle.
That's the.
You can see that the
Snort
end
it.
of the nail has a little bit of skin still hanging off of it.
Oh, I missed that.
That's flavoring.
It is these two, Mule Kick and Kevin, they're speaking to the captain. Is that correct?
No, they're just speaking amongst each other. You see that
Oh.
that the captain, who hasn't said a single word to any of you, and every time you've tried to speak to him, he pointedly looks away from you.
Well, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
But
Almost as if you all get the feeling that maybe they're all trying to not get attached to you guys for some reason.
I know the solution to this. We ingratiate ourselves with them. I will approach Mule Kick. And I'll say, "Oh, hey, sir."
Yeah, what is it that I can do for you? I heard you talking about going down below the deck. I think that that's a really, really great idea. In fact, there is a cage down there that needs to be cleaned so badly.
Oh, yeah, with cages, the trick is you start on the inside. You clean the inside first.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
just let all of us know when you're going to go down there and do that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Take your compatriots with you.
Mhm. If all of us work together, I bet we can get it done really fast.
Absolutely.
This is great. Hey, you listen, Mule Kick. I'm happy to be part of this crew. I'm happy to contribute in any way that I can. So whatever you need from us, you just let me know. All right. Now, I am wondering a little bit about how much longer you think we're going to be on these seas.
Yeah, actually, I believe we're only about a day or two away from our destination. You have all fully noticed that the shore has always been within sight. Everything around you is surrounded in fog, but the shore has never really left your sight. You haven't actually hit the high seas at any point.
The same shore, or we're moving?
Oh, no, you're moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
as a buccaneer, I'm starting to get sea mad.
High
Alright.
seas rage.
We'll
They
probably
call
be
it
there.
rudder rage.
We'll probably be there in
rudder rage going, then I just can't be stopped.
we'll probably be there in about a day or two. You know, this place that we're going, it's just absolutely beautiful. You're really going to love it. You know, and if you want to stay on the crew after you get there and you realize, you know, hey, maybe I had a lot of fun with these guys. Maybe they're really cool. You know,
Recruiting pitch.
then, you know, for a small fee, we can probably take you aboard for even longer.
Oh, fantastic! The sea air is doing great things for my skin. That
I've
skin
noticed.
I still have.
I've noticed, yeah.
Um,
The graying in your hair, like, it almost looks like you've aged yourself up or something. It's just fantastic.
oh, I appreciate it. I've been called a bit of a silver fox.
Ah, yes. Yes, and I noticed that you also have a dead fox around your waist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Just standard accoutrement.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's been a genuine pleasure speaking with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think that I'll be getting back to business with my compatriots here. Sally, perchance a meeting with our friends.
I think that's due.
Yes. Well, let's all say goodbye. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You shake Mule Kick's hand. He reaches out, and it's not even a claw. It is a hook, rather. It's just a dagger that he has like tied to his hand, and he jabs it straight at you. Go ahead and make a defense roll. He's not trying to attack you, but he just is.
And that is a D20 that I'm rolling.
It is a D20. You are going to add your agility, and you have to beat a 12.
I do not beat a 12. I rolled an 8 plus 0.
Nice, fantastic.
Thunk.
You, right off the bat, you go to reach to shake his hand, not realizing that it's a dagger, and he stabs it directly into your hand. One of your hands is now really, really mangled. You've lost a couple of fingers, and you've also lost 2 hit points.
May I do a presence check in order to pretend that this does not hurt me?
Absolutely.
That is an 18 minus 3 is 15.
Yeah, you know, and you feel like you have just gained some of, you've gained some respect from Mule Kick.
Stupendous.
Yeah, Blevit, there's
Yes.
some fresh meat on the ground.
Yeah, I noticed. I of course noticed that immediately. So I'm gonna give up on working with no toes here, and I will sally up to the fingers. You realize, George, that you dropped something. May I help you with picking them up?
Oh, please, of course. I'd assume that at this point they are more or less useless to me.
Really?
Yes.
Very good. I can find a use for them. No problem.
Fantastic. I'll help gather them up and hand them to you, and I will make some crack about finger food.
You know,
Have you seen me? Have you seen me eat flesh?
I have to assume I've seen you gnawing bones.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
you know, Blevit, I love just how like eloquent you are.
From behind, you guys hear like a loud thud, and you see that a barrel of gunpowder is dropped.
So that you know, I am anxious as a background, so that thud is going to make me jump. So, for description, so you have an idea about me, left hand is a hook, a rusty hook. That's right. I have a rotting face, so I wear a mask, and you'll notice that the left-hand side of my face has a tremendous number of slits and cuts and scratches in it, because I keep forgetting that when I scratch my face, it's a hook, not a collection of fingers. I have a very broken body, but the jump I will try and pull off with, oh, very good. That's exactly where you should have put it. What is it?
And so,
No, seriously, what is it?
so I just, I'll just say gunpowder, and then I'll just
very
walk
good.
over.
Very good. I'm going to step yet another step away from the barrel of gunpowder.
Okay. So, are the four of you heading down into the cargo hold
Not unless
together?
they tell me something.
Yeah.
Well, friends, countrymen, and countrywoman, I believe it would be best if we have a private conversation away from prying ears. Mayhaps in the cargo hold below, which I've been promised is very luxurious.
Very good. I
Smells
believe
good.
that is where we should retire to.
All right, we descend.
As you guys begin descending down the stairs, you hear just an eruption of laughter from up on the deck. It really sounds like everyone up there is fully just laughing at you. You don't know if maybe they're making fun of you for something.
This
or
is the
what other
second
reason.
time that I've heard this laughter. The first time was when you went down to pick up the gunpowder. What did you find downstairs?
So you found multiple barrels of gunpowder. You found a lot of fishing equipment. You did find a large cage, roughly the size of 4 to 8 people. You found that there are a total of 4 hammocks and 1 very luxurious bed.
All out in the open.
All out in the open.
I shall
Is the
relay
cage
that.
covered is the other thing I'm going to ask.
Is the cage covered?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll relay that, and
We're going down the
yeah,
stairs.
we're, we're just
Uh,
going down the
I
stairs.
suppose we will be
Yeah.
aware of the things
Yeah.
that are down there.
Yeah.
We've all
Okay.
seen them.
Yeah. So
Master of the obvious, I like that. Just engaging your eyes.
yes.
Good.
Thinking these guys maybe aren't the best kind of guys that there are on the world. I think that maybe these guys perhaps even are intending to put us in the cages. I'm thinking that earlier when they said that we should go into the cages, what they actually meant is we should go and trap us in there. They've all seen us going down the cage and laughter and laughing earlier when he went down the stairs. I wonder if there's a way to lock us down here without getting in the cage.
Sally, you realize they're pirates. I mean,
Wait, I'm a pirate.
I'm a pirate.
something. Okay, my eyes go back and forth to them, and I take a step up the stairs, just one.
If you recall from our illustrious backstory, we did in fact sail on the same ship on the seas and came out of the mist together. And so we know this is a good ship. Side note, I do think that perhaps we should consider taking the ship.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot of
like
gunpowder
that.
here.
I think all of you sound ridiculously paranoid. They're just having fun.
Mr.
They're
Clooney.
laughing.
Wait, you've missed the point. Miss Sally brings up a great point.
I can
Wouldn't it
reiterate,
be
I
better-
think that it would be a good idea if we were to take the ship and
There we go.
also kill
That
them.
was the point.
And we would then own
We
the
would
ship.
own the ship, we'd own the cage, we'd own the beds,
And the money that we had to hand over for
We would
passage would then be
retrieve.
ours.
and
And
maybe there's
coincidentally, the bodies.
Fantastic.
food for Mr.
Not that that's important.
Yeah, we'll do something with them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There,
So I
there
say
are
we-
many
I'm
uses.
gonna start drawing like in the dirt on the ground.
All of the dirt in the ship. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Why not?
It's
Yeah.
probably just viscera at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
Just a bunch of guts and blood and
Drawing
stuff. Yeah.
in like the coagulated blood of
Yeah.
if we take this round, we're to flank them on either
You know,
side.
The dirt makes me think of something. I believe your mule would probably do better here than
Oh,
in the water.
my fucking mule! That thing's, oh my god! I am the worst pet owner, I swear.
I did the worst.
I mean,
hard cut
to-
to the back of the ship.
To be fair, with all of like the piranha and all those things, all of like the algae, the mule is probably eating better right now than it ever has.
He's got just tearing into this piranha. I did just imagine him like standing there in the corner eating a piranha, like
And then growls at you as you come near him.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good meal. That's a good meal.
Did you hear? I told those fucking idiots to clean the cage.
Well, that can't be ignored.
No, that's really bad.
Yeah,
He called us idiots.
Hush.
What's in the cage? Did you see it when you came down for the gunpowder?
No, I only noticed that it could fit like 4 to 8 people, and then kind of.
Here's what I'm
my
thinking. I'm
business.
thinking that if we say we're down in the cage, they all come down one by one, and then you kill them on the stairs.
What if they come down as 4?
You kill them
On
on
the
the stairs.
stairs.
I can. Let me go back over. Let's loop around. So I'm saying that maybe we can pivot to a different idea. But if
very good.
maybe one person, Mr. Clooney, could be in the cage as bait. How you say?
God damn it.
Mr. Clooney,
I do have
Every time you guys mention George Clooney.
I think you would do really good in there, Mr. Clooney.
Thank you. I do have some experience treading the boards.
I do have to ask, George, have you seen the inside of the cage?
I look at the inside of the cage.
Yeah, looking at the inside of the cage, you see an open spot inside of a cage. You see that there are many sets of manacles, the only which appear to be like new are there's like 4 brand new sets of manacles that appear to be attached to the cage.
And then a collection of old manacles.
And then
as
yes,
well.
there's just rusted manacles just all over the place. They're rusted, covered in blood. You see that there's a couple of hands lying on the ground and things like that.
I believe this is a perfectly set up situation. 4 manacles, 4 of them. Seems to be Kismet.
We sell them. Good thinking.
Brilliant. Investigating these manacles briefly, do they seem to be the type where they could like snap shut? Or do I need to have an additional locking mechanism, like a padlock to hold the devices shut?
Right? Is there like a loop you put the lock through, or do they just clamp?
They just
Fuzzy
clamp and you need
They're
a
just
key.
clampers.
Yeah, they're like fuzzy handcuffs.
Okay, cool.
In fact, they're all very fuzzy. It's mold, but you know.
I remember those.
Okay, so then if I understand the plan correctly, one of them comes down, we take him out. Down here. 4 of them come down, we take them out on the stairs.
Yeah, you're up to date, and we could discuss other options if you would like to discuss them.
Nope,
we
but
nope,
I think
those
that-
seem
specifically
perfect.
call one down.
we
and
could say
Yes, but as I said, if 4 were
If
to
4
come
come
down,
down.
we need to be prepared at the stairs.
we should run out of the stairs at 4 of them. I'm not sure I'm understanding this plan.
Sally, if you would again tell George.
Okay, I lock myself in the cage.
No,
then
no.
what happens?
you stand in the cage, and with your actorly experience, Mr. Clooney, you say, "I have locked myself in the cage,
Oh, this is terrible.
along with my other friends."
We are all locked in the cage.
And then
Are there any sacks around that we could just make look like us?
we look for sacks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's a couple of sacks sitting around. What size sacks are you looking for?
just body size.
A size
Oh.
sack.
We're making some fake body
size.
We could fill them with
Sacks.
gunpowder, huck
Yeah.
them in there.
You know, I feel like this is something I should roll for. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, there's a
Okay.
couple of sacks in there.
Cool. Yeah. All right. We'll just fill it in with this, and I'll go to the corner where there's. You say there were viscera places,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's
and I'll just like
mud and viscera.
you'll see
and
me and the
bilge
4 rats
water
just
and-
kind of like they're pushing the back of it as
it's a goddamn swamp down here.
they're just like eating little bits. By the way, I forgot to mention, it's very important. All 4 of them, and myself included, all smoke at the same time. I want an image everybody to have is that I light the big cigarette, and there's 4 little tiny mouse faces there with their tiny cigarette that I have hand rolled
It's
for
good
them.
that you're handling the gunpowder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Yeah, no, we're careful. We're really careful, and you look, and like they all have most of their little rat fingers.
Is there rope down here?
Oh yeah, there's fully rope down here. As you guys are,
It's a pirate ship.
it's a pirate ship. There's pirate shit down here.
Okay.
Also, literally, it seems
Yeah.
like someone just shits in a bucket.
Yeah, no, I put some of this
Perhaps
back.
leaves it. As you guys are putting together this, dastardly plan of
Oh,
taking
yeah.
over the ship, you do see that only Kevin comes walking down, and he goes like, "Hey, everybody! Have you guys gotten that cage cleaned out yet? No, it looks like you guys are still working on that. Just to let you know, there's something happening up here on the deck. We're gonna fully take care of this. If you guys could just go ahead and get that cage cleaned out and bring us some gunpowder, that would be fantastic."
I'm gonna motion silently to my party, like, am doing my thumb across my throat move and pointing at only Kevin and doing a questioning motion.
Brilliant idea. Yes, I think we should do that.
I'll say,
Kevin, my boy, would you come this way, please?
Oh.
We may need some help here at the cage.
When you say Kevin, you notice that he looks behind him.
I'm sorry.
And
Only Kevin is the
then-
person I'm addressing.
And when you say that, he suddenly looks sad
Oh.
and then starts to walk towards you.
Was there another Kevin? Aww.
Shh. I believe there's a little bit of post-traumatic connected to that. Mum's the word. So he's coming this way.
Oh yeah.
And I'm looking at everyone else. I have my hook hand ready.
yeah, and I have so I'll reach behind where I set it, like reach behind like a pillar of wood and pull out my Zweihander and like put it in my hand, and then like look to you, to George Clooney, our clear leader, and for like, and I'll like tilt to the side. All four of us, by the way, the rats have little tiny like shivs and stuff too, so they're all four of us kind of
Shivs and shakes.
look
They're like the
huh?
plastic like cocktail swords.
Yes!
Each with their own color.
Yeah.
There's a red one, a green one, a white one, and a yellow one.
Well, slipping behind only Kevin, I draw my mighty D4 knife and raise it above my head.
I'm sorry, only Kevin, and I'll charge in and Zweihander him.
All right. Let's go ahead. And you guys just have the initiative on this one.
Okay. Who's going first?
We are going to start with. Hey, look at that! It's you.
Perfect.
Okay, so just moving forward by my rats kind of just tugging on all the ropes. They move my hand out and...
Do you envision it's like running a horse? So they want you to go left, they pull like,
Yeah,
four
really?
beard strands on the left.
Really what it is Delilah's up on my shoulder, like holding on to my dreads and giving little squeak commands to the other three who are then running across, pulling on ropes and like little pulleys and stuff. So it's all really fluid in practice. Delilah's great. That's why I
Gotcha.
keep her
This is
around.
the cutest fucking thing I ever could have imagined in this.
And they all have
beard-based.
horrible diseases. I'm sorry. Am I playing Mörk Borg right? I love my rats. I'm sorry. You gave me 4 pets. I love them.
that love you.
Yeah. If
Aw.
anything happens to them, I will murder everybody.
Can I say Pyratatouille? Is that funny?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did I do it?
No,
I
you can
think
say
you
it.
could
You
do
said it.
better.
It's
Yeah.
done. Never
Yeah.
again.
It was. Yeah.
You gotta push yourself a little more.
Dig deeper.
wow.
Horrendously unimpressive though. With a +1, I got a whopping 3.
Oh,
so I
nice.
just bring this sucker up, and we need to work. They're better at the cannons, honestly.
Mhm.
They just
They're
bonk.
better.
Only Kevin.
Yeah.
You swing down with your Zweihander as only Kevin looks up and notices what's happening, moves ever so slightly to the left. You stick your Zweihander straight into the bottom of the ship, and water begins pouring in. We are, unless you're gonna move or something.
No, I mean, at that point, I'm just looking down, and then I look at only Kevin, and I'm like, that didn't go
Now,
how I
why would
wanted."
you do that?
Bartholomew, an absolutely horrible shot, my boy.
Honestly, only Kevin, I should have just shot you. It would have been easier. I'm sorry. And then
I
Delilah's
mean,
like,
yeah, that's what happened to old Kevin and young Kevin. And we're gonna cut on over to Mr. Clooney.
Okay, utilizing the advantage of this distraction, I am attempting to stab only Kevin in his Kevin hole.
Okay. In his Kevinness.
In his Kevinness.
Which
I am
one-
rolling a die.
wait, which one is his Kevin hole?
His left ear hole.
Cool, okay.
Yeah. Where the knives go.
You look really scared on what the answer was gonna be.
I'll be honest, this whole time I've been picturing Kevin Jonas. And
Oh.
this is just
I literally have no idea who
Is
that
that
is.
a Jonas brother?
it's
It had
yeah.
to be. It
It's-
just had to be.
It'd be funny if it wasn't, though.
Is he the dreamy one?
I no, that's probably Joe.
Oh, of course.
There's a guy named
Joe
Joe Jonas?
There's Joe
Yeah.
Jonas, there's Nick Jonas,
How
there's
have you-
Kevin
I mean, I
Jonas,
get-
and Frankie Jonas, and he's the best of
If there's a
Jonas.
single Whitebeard comment, no. I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Absolutely no
I
idea.
am not aware of the Jonas.
All right,
There
well,
was,
No.
there was the blonde band
deficit in
too,
your
the
guys'
kids from my
knowledge.
time.
Why
I
are
don't
you
remember
looking at
them.
me?
Hanson?
Yeah.
That's
No.
the kids.
Hanson!
Oh, yeah, those are the ones I know.
Well, I mean,
No,
they-
I don't even know them.
That,
would you say the Jonas Brothers are the Hanson of today?
No,
Did we just
yeah, that
lose
sounds
it?
accurate.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah,
the
yeah.
Hansons are the Jonas Brothers of then.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and steamroll that.
I have rolled a 7.
Nice.
And that is not going to be enough with my modifier of 0.
What were you swinging with?
A knife.
So you go to stab him with your knife, and you do just like a very delicate like jump forward with your little dagger, and only Kevin just like steps off to the right now, almost tripping over the Zweihander that is stuck into the ship.
This is going well.
Absolutely smashing.
Really, like. Look, we could have been friends. Like, I would have just told you what was going on. But, you know, I guess we can't do that anymore. Be careful, because I'm gonna fight back. And we're gonna go over to Craig Sally.
I wanna seal the like hole in the ground with my
With Kevin?
no
With Kevin.
with my lard.
With your lard?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, let's just make an agility check, I suppose. Either agility or strength, whichever one you want.
So walk me through this for the first time.
You are going to roll your d20 and add the modifier.
Oh. 2.
Okay. You reach into your pocket and you pull out this long fingernail that you have from somebody else.
Yeah.
Digging into this jar of lard, you try to slap it down on the ground. It flings across the room, landing in George Clooney's eye.
Oh, my
I'm furious at you.
Are you gonna do anything else there, Craig Sally?
Breathe.
Can I do more than one thing?
Look, it's rules, light, heavy,
Okay.
everything else.
Alright, fine.
Do what you're gonna
I'll
do.
pivot to try to stab only Kevin.
Apparently
sure.
saving the ship didn't work. Let's kill him.
We all gotta
sure.
get a chance at
I
only
tried.
Kevin.
And so is attack strength or agility based?
It's strength.
That's strength. Fuck!
Oh my god.
What does a 5 get me?
It gets you just an absolute miss. What are you swinging with?
One of my daggers.
So you then leap forward.
Actually, I'm still crouched, and I just want to get upward.
So while crouching down and trying to spackle the floor, you like lazily reach over with one of your daggers, and you end up just like tink, and you end up hitting George Clooney's dagger.
Ma'am, this is unforgivable. I insist that you cease your actions against me.
I have to tell you, you guys, this is going really well so far.
Alright.
You got alright, punch it, Barry.
Selena.
All right, beloved.
All right, Blevit. And what are you doing?
Well, I was planning on striking with the hook hand. As it's attached to me, chances are slim that I would miss. He's right there. He has turned away from me and turned towards everyone else. However, I've successfully rolled a 1, and with my plus 1, it's a 2.
Well,
Oh.
you also fumbled.
You also fumble.
Oh no, you're gonna lose your best weapon!
And as you pull your, I'm assuming as you pull your Zweihander out, my hook goes through.
Absolutely. Your hook sticks in, you try to pull it out, and it just fully... Your hook just pulls off entirely.
That sound.
Oh.
This is one of the things that happens on a fumble, on attack. That's what happens. You lose your weapon.
That's
Oh,
mighty unfortunate.
no.
Wow.
It'll be a moment. Please, Bray, continue.
First attack and you lost your best weapon.
Now I just look up at Kevin with scared white eyes.
I'm feeling we should have attacked him on the stairs.
Because what I'm thinking is he mentioned old Kevin, was it new Kevin?
Old
And
Kevin
new
and young Kevin, yeah.
Young
Okay, how is how did only Kevin survive? He's the survivor, and now I'm realizing he's the survivor.
So you have this like this flash of realization, and Kevin just like kind of looks at you and shakes his head and goes, "Yeah, exactly. I survived. Want to know how I did it?"
honestly, yeah.
We're on pins and needles.
His right leg like goes flying backward and then flies forward straight at your groin. I'm going to need you to make a toughness test of 15. This is his special attack.
Special attack. It's mad kicks.
You can expend an omen. to re
Oh, yeah,
What did
okay.
you roll to
I'm gonna
start?
do
What
that.
did you
Six.
roll?
6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, I'm using the omen. I see it coming. I'm like, not again.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
No. Bro, fucking a 9? Oh, no.
Kevin's
okay.
foot swings forward
Yeah.
with a force that you could never have expected. It hits you directly in the groin. You find yourself just blinded with pain. You fall to the ground, and you are fully paralyzed for the next round.
Now I see. And then I fall over. No, sorry, I did that wrong. Now I see.
Kevin then menacingly looks around at the other three of you and goes, "Who's next?" And we're gonna cut over to, it would be Bartholomew Bilge's turn, but you're on the ground crying. And this ship is really starting to fill up with water at this point. So we're gonna cut over to George Clooney. God damn it! I have to say it so often.
It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's
Just a
just a
person.
name. I'm just a person just like you. I help you shop for groceries. I do all the stuff you do.
Was he one of the ones who sung Imagine during the pandemic?
Oh, but that would fit.
In my head canon.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he did it, he did that.
In this branch of the universe, yeah.
I would like to, the Zweihander. Is it within grabbing range from
It's a
George
small
Clooney?
ship.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we're
it's a
all
very-
around Kevin.
Yeah, you guys are all standing around Kevin. You can see that as you're looking down at the Zweihander, Kevin starts dusting off the tip of his steel-toed boot, and he starts eyeing your
shit.
groin menacingly.
I need that as a drawing. Kevin just dusting his freaking boot off.
And it is Kevin Jonas. Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Only
Yeah.
Kevin? Okay, yeah.
I mean, it was either that or Kevin Costner.
If you don't draw it, I am, hun.
I will gather up my fallen comrade's weapon,
Okay.
and wielding it expertly, I will swing.
Please roll in that one.
My head is right beneath you.
I have rolled a 10 plus
Pretty close.
0. I would like to expend an omen for a reroll.
Okay, let's do that.
I want to get one hit in on this guy. Come on, baby. That is worse. That is a 9
The survivor!
plus 0.
We're gonna die, my only Kevin! I'm okay with it, but like...
So, reaching down for this Zweihander, you then notice your friend Bartholomew Bilge, and you realize, man, I really don't want that to happen to me. You grab the Zweihander, and you swing for Kevin's head. He goes to duck, but then the entire ship just gets knocked, and you begin to hear the barking of maybe seals or something
Or a
outside. Or maybe you definitely hear a mule get bit by a seal.
That's a
I'm
distinct...
leaving this room to check on that.
That's a distinct sound.
It's a very
It's
distinct sound, yeah. We're gonna cut over to you there, Craig Sally.
Alright, I'm gonna try to stab only Kevin again. Let's try this D20.
One hit. You just need one hit on this guy.
Okay, wait, I have a question.
Sure.
My knives say DR plus 10. What does that mean?
It probably means
So once I hit
DR10.
them, DR 10. So once I hit, it's like 10 base damage?
No. DR is like DC.
It's your difficulty rating.
Yes.
What do you have to roll?
Okay.
You have to roll 10 or above.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my omens.
Okay. We're just burning through these things right
Yeah,
now.
you are a DR10 to hit, which means unlike everyone else, you only needed 10 or more to hit.
Okay.
That's true.
He's a harbinger of the apocalypse.
Plus strength.
Dude.
Alright, I pitifully swipe at Kevin again, still on the ground.
With another knife. What you notice is that you swing your knife up, and he actually moves toward your knife, and you realize that you accidentally give him like a really nice undercut. So he looks like he would be much cooler when he's standing on the deck.
I've barbered him.
Yeah, you just cut his hair
My
really
greatest
nicely.
fear.
And he looks at you and goes, "I'm definitely not kicking you in the nuts.
Is there some kind of reverse sexism, perhaps?
Would you like me to kick you in the nuts?"
I think if you're gonna kick everybody else in the nuts, I mean, what are you, a misogynist? You're gonna kick all of us in the nuts.
I think it's a great idea for you to kick Sally's nuts.
If you don't kick me in the nuts, that's, I mean,
We will cancel the fuck
aren't
out
you
of
a
you.
feminist?
Oh my. he now feels slightly intimidated, knowing that you guys might cancel him if he doesn't try to kick
Twitter's
Sally
not
in the
around
nuts.
anymore, but Mr. Clooney sends carrier pigeons
Yeah,
often.
I will tie a message to a bird. I'll do it right now, dude.
You begin scrawling a note on the wings of a
Only
bird
Kevin,
that you have in your
motherfucker.
backpack. And we're gonna cut over to you there, Blevin.
All right, very good. Well, obviously weapons don't work, so I shall simply bite him. And that will be a solid bite. That is a 16 DR of 10.
Oh, that is absolutely going to hit him.
All right, so is it just D6 damage, or is there some other bonus that's added?
It's just a d6 damage.
That is 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
However, if he's still standing, there's something else that happens.
Okay, he is still standing.
All right, so on a D6, a 1 or a 2, he gets a counter attack because I'm just so close.
Oh.
But it's a 4.
Okay.
So just so you know, that's how you do it.
Right. So,
Him like bristling on his mouth.
Yep.
so yeah, you go to bite him, and you can see that like you bite onto his armor, but you still do some damage to him. This is how I'm explaining that it just lowers the armor lowers damage, and not actually the roll to hit him. So you did do damage to him, but it was minus a little bit.
I got you. So now, Kevin's loaded foot goes where? Is he...
His
The
loaded
question
foot!
is he even focused yet? He's like, should I kick her? Should I kick him?
You know what? He is very confused at this point. And he looks over to Sally, kind of shakes his head a little bit. He looks over to the guy who's currently biting him, realizes
Hey, what's up?
it might be a little bit hard to do this. And he looks over to you there, Mr. Clooney. He sees that you are currently riding on a bird. And he sees that you have written that he is to be canceled. He's not okay with that. And so he is going to pull out a small sword, and he's going to try to stab you right in the face. So, I'm going to need a defense roll.
Thankfully, my face is insured.
Wait, clarification.
And you realize that ink doesn't come off bird feathers.
I was gonna
So
say
that is a one shot.
Yeah, he writes on birds. That's awesome.
He's writing
that,
on
that
the
sounds
birds.
perfect.
Yeah.
Kevin
Damn it!
Jones.
I spelled it wrong.
That's
You know what?
the shit out
That's
of
exactly yes. Kevin Jonas is exactly what only Kevin looks like.
I have rolled a natural 20.
A natural.
Defense roll.
You gain a free attack on only Kevin.
Fantastic. I will freely attack only Kevin.
Okay, do it.
I'm still wielding
Yeah.
yours Y-hander.
Which is a D10, by the way.
So I just gotta hit him.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, D10. Yeah, D10 damage.
That's an 8. That is not gonna be good enough.
You could use your last omen.
I need to save that. No, I don't.
Of course
We're
not.
playing
Yeah.
Mörk Borg.
Exactly.
I spent my last omen. And I roll a 12.
Nice.
Three-hander.
Plus 0.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit him.
I just gotta roll well on this D10.
Yeah, I will tell you that he does not have very much HP. A 10?
Yes.
I mean,
Only Kevin.
go ahead. Tell us how you kill the saddest man on the ship.
Only Kevin.
That's how I take wind out of
Wait,
sails.
hold on. You have to look at it.
You gotta look
Yes,
at him.
Stare at Kevin Jonas while you do it.
I want to immortalize this sad face, so I'd like to slash his head in half, but preserving the entire face skin. So, looking at the face from the side in profile, cutting in front of the ears.
Okay.
I'm picturing, I don't know why George Clooney would get very anime, like two-step slash
Yep.
with a three-hander and just only Kevin's face sliding.
So
Absolutely.
Oh
you've
my
made a
God.
new mask. You've made an only Kevin mask.
Which is perfect because now you can go back up and bring the next one down.
Brilliant!
Oh
They'll
my
never
God.
see through my ruse.
You need like an acting role. Oh, I don't think your presence -3.
Yes! I'm not good at my job.
I'm an actor by
I mean,
trade.
you do only have one Academy Award, is that right?
One Academy Award for supporting actor. Not even a good Academy Award.
I'll need one of you to join me up top. I don't do well as the lead.
Don't worry, George Clooney. I'll be sure to at you on Twitter for this, so to make sure that everybody knows. Yeah.
All right, George.
Okay.
Strike while the iron's hot and the base is not quite as melted as it will be.
Yes.
Yeah, so Bartholomew Bilge, you are no longer paralyzed. You're still not feeling great.
I get up, and Delilah just like has been petting my hair for the past minute.
like you're vomiting it into the toilet. She's just kind of, and there, it's okay. It'll pass. Don't
Can I
worry.
steal his
It happens to all of us.
Can you steal his shoes? Yeah, make me a agility check. Why not? Yeah.
Still his
Oh, wait, whose
What's
shoes?
the
Kevin.
agility check?
Mine.
Oh, Kevin's shoes. I thought you were trying to steal Bartholomew Bilge's shoes. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Look, this is Mörk Borg. PvP is totally cool.
I want his steel-toed boots.
You want the steel-toed boots.
I do.
Very
Damn it, I said that they're... Yeah, of course, yep. You can definitely steal those and put them on.
Yeah.
If those damn boots weren't made by the twin-headed serpent, I don't know who the fuck made them. I just stand up and vomit a little bit more. I was fucking undignified.
So you guys feel the ship rock even more. You see
right.
that
I'm sure it's fine.
that the cargo hold where you guys are standing is, let's call it a quarter full of water at this point.
Really going in.
Mr. Clooney, may I have my sweet? Actually, you know what? If you did well with it, I got this, and I'll pull out my musket. I'll say, why don't you hold on to that for me for a bit?
I will gladly hold your hand.
If I call for you, toss it. Either me or Delilah will take it.
You're good. The rat wielding missile go.
If you laugh at that, I'll look at you
Right,
and say,
the Delilah's on the back
Yeah.
end, middle finger.
yeah, you don't want to see her wield that.
What are you, a misogynist?
This is
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay.
And then the other three rats are like holding her back.
You're like, whoa, okay. Hey, Delilah, we cool. We cool.
Okay, Delilah, everybody's fine. We're
I
fine.
slap Kevin's face onto my face. And I walk up the stairs and I poke my head up and I try to imitate Kevin's voice. And I say, hey, friends, how's it going up here? And I am looking at the situation.
Okay. So you say that. You see Mule Kick, who is fully fighting a seal up on the deck. Now, this seal is not a normal seal.
It's a black guy with pitted face.
Yes. Yeah. It's the singer.
Wait, no more. Right.
But when you said the ship was being attacked by a seal, right?
Yes. Yes, it's by seal.
There's a lot of celebrities on this boat. Some kind of like Hollywood. Is this
Like, is this just a cash grab from Hollywood right now? Is that what this campaign
Yeah,
is? Yeah. Hollywood's a little low on their funds right now.
Yeah, I hate to tell you guys, when I was planning this, I did get contacted by the Hollywood Illuminati.
no one's going to see movies anymore.
Yeah,
We need to bring
exactly.
up a collection of singers that have mostly passed their prime, but not completely.
Exactly.
And could be relevant if you were to bring them in at the right time in the show.
Wait, is that who
Sign
Kevin
on the
Jones
dotted
is? Is he a
line.
singer?
He is.
Oh, seal?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yo, Kevin Jonas.
I literally just saw Seal in a show, and I'm trying to remember what show. It's a new show, so I know that he's important.
Oh,
right
wait.
now.
He's not important. Does that mean he's acting now?
Yeah, well, he was singing.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
no, but he had a couple lines. No, he's acting. He's acting now.
Baby.
Okay, yeah.
But it's something.
Good
It's
song.
something recent. I mean, it's something that just came on, like, I don't know, Netflix or one of them. Netflix, Amazon.
Oh,
But it's
Netflix
something
originals.
really
They're always
recent.
great.
Oh my god, was it She-Hulk?
Plug.
I apologize, I can't remember. But no.
She-Hulk? Is he in She-Hulk? No, is Seal in
Wait, is
She-Hulk?
Seal and She-Hulk?
I said, all right. Well, hold on.
Megan the Stallion.
Can't remember.
What?
Is Seal playing She-Hulk?
No.
I recognize that actress.
Oh, man. I will only watch it if he's
Seal's
playing
playing
She-Hulk.
Oh god, I cannot remember. But seriously,
we'll look
it up. We'll figure it in.
And listeners, don't worry. We'll put it on the Patreon. You guys can find out all about this later on.
That's right.
All about the
I'll-
seal stuff.
Find out which show Seal's on by joining the Patreon.
Yes, exactly.
Best way, easiest way. We got a whole expose on it.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't Seal at all.
It was some other guy. It was Jason Mewes, actually.
It was Jason. I always get those two mixed up. Fucking Jason Mewes and Seal shit. They both were involved in Batman in some manner.
Oh my god.
Batman!
Wait, was that Seal singing or Jason Mewes singing Seal singing Batman?
Jason Mewes singing Seals in a row, but about Batman. That's
what I was hoping it was. Okay, cool. There's like a list of people now that I really hope listen to this that are all famous.
George Clooney goes up the stairs and he sees.
Oh yeah, what is this show about again? What are we doing?
Oh, there's seals up there. Like actual.
That's right. Okay.
Milkshake is fighting a seal.
Right. So only George Clooney. You peek your head up and over the deck, and you see Mule Kick. He has a large axe in one hand and a large sword in the other hand, and he is fighting a seal. This is not a normal seal. This is not Seal the Singer. This is a very, very large seal that is like flesh colored. You can see that it's just absolutely covered in like these disgusting pustules that seem to be popping every time that it moves, and the way that it's moving on the deck is by sliding on the pus that is coming out of that. You can see that there are bones protruding out of it, and it is screaming at the top of its lungs in a human voice. You can also see that its head is engorged, almost as if there's it has an oversized brain, and its head is like slightly translucent. You can see that it's like kind of glowing on the inside of its head. There's one of those on the deck, and you can tell that there are probably at least 2 or 3 others in the water attacking the ship, and you definitely hear a sad mule.
Oh. Do the crew seem to have the situation?
Well in hand.
Absolutely not. In fact, one of them, Mule Kick in particular, looks over and he sees you peeking up. I just tried to make a presence roll for him. It was a 3. He looks over and he sees what is clearly not only Kevin, but he goes, "Only Kevin, we definitely need your help up here. Come on, man, what are you doing?"
Well, it's incredibly safe down below the deck. You should come and hide down here with me where it's safe.
I'm just like, yeah, all the rats and me are just like light clapping, just like, he's a fucking genius.
He's going for the next Academy Award.
I'm winning leading actor. God damn it, at some point.
He did Macbeth really good on that boat. The boat trip over, the ferryman, remember, he cried, but this is better.
Okay, so I just rolled a reaction for our friend Mule Kick up there, and I did roll almost friendly. So he fully begins running away from Seal the Singer up on the deck, and he goes, "Yeah, you need to hide me! You need to hide me!" He jumps straight past you and down into the muck and the water, looking up and goes, "Oh, fuck." Bartholomew Bilge, it is your turn.
Yeah, so I'll say, hey. I don't have anything else to say, really. I'll shoot him.
Absolutely
Some
fantastic.
useless crowd will like stick around. You know?
No, I'm not too good at the one-liners. No, then one of my one of the rats, Rust, is like,
And all the other rats are busting up.
yeah, they're like, Shit! 3 plus 1. 4! Fuck!
You shoot a hole in the wall.
Blam!
You fully shoot a hole in the side of the ship.
Russ just got 2 rambunctious and tugged one of the ropes at the wrong time, and I fucking just tugged to the side.
I mean, you nearly shot Sally, but you know, it flew right by
I
her
didn't
head.
even notice. I'm trying to cram as much of Kevin into this hole as I can. Yeah, with my new boots, I have perfect stopping.
Oh my
I want to seal this hole immediately.
You knew that there was going to be Kevin and Hole at
Uh-huh.
some point. It just
Yeah.
wasn't in the order we had thought. The Kevin Hole.
Yeah, the Kevin hole. We
feel
found
like-
it.
I feel kind of poorly about squishing.
She's stomping him in.
Remember that Kevin Jonas has no face right now.
He's
So
really
Right, I
Yeah.
can't tell. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Is Sequoia having a problem with this?
Yes, but Crag Sally is stomping away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jumping up and down.
Yeah.
you know, if you had just not mentioned that, it would have been Kevin Costner. We all would have been making like Waterworld
I know.
jokes
I
right
did
now.
this. I did it to
you
myself.
did this to you.
Yeah.
But his little poodle ear is funnier to imagine.
Are you going to like run up onto the deck? Are you going to stay down here with your compatriots and you know,
So basically, if I miss, my next thing is to be like, fucking shit, and then just basically load another shell into
Okay.
it. Yeah, so I'm reloading. Because, I'm going to stick with these guys for now. They're
Right.
the closest thing to friends
Okay.
I have. Wait,
yes,
no, my
in a
rats,
world where friends are very hard to come by.
Yeah. My
yeah.
rats have kept me going for a while, but I need some big people, too.
Yeah, fantastic. Does that take you 2 rounds to reload?
Only
as...
one as a buccaneer. So I am a sharpshooter,
Okay.
which means reloading muskets takes 1 round.
Fantastic.
Also, I'm a crack shot, so DR 10
Oh,
instead of 12.
wow!
By
And you
shooting.
still couldn't
You
hit,
had
huh?
rolled
Yeah,
that.
no, still shit.
Yeah.
I'm a crack shot and I'm still
Awesome.
trash.
I think you should borrow maybe Barry's dice.
Yeah.
And we're gonna cut right on over to Only Clooney. What are you doing there, friend?
I will boldly, bravely, and stoically attempt to throw this poor mule-kicked man into the cage.
Oh, so you're going to run down the stairs and slam him into the cage?
Yes,
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what
Let's
I would
just
like
go
to
ahead
do.
and make a strength test.
I have a +0 to that. So
Nice.
we're good to go.
That's
Here we
good. This
go.
is Mörk Borg. You're supposed to have a +0 to everything.
11.
An 11.
That's almost a 12.
It's almost a 12. You got really, really close.
Thank
You're out of
you.
omens. So you run down and you try to kick him. You just immediately fly by him. You land in the cage yourself. The door has not shut, but you're in the predicament where it could be shut. And let's cut on over to Sally. You see that George Clooney is in a cage.
Just came
Cramming.
flying down the stairs.
Yeah.
Wearing another person's face.
That's his business. I'm cramming.
Okay.
Is it? Am I succeeding at cramming?
You know, there are multiple holes in the ship right now, but you know what? Yeah, fully. You have stuffed Kevin Jonas into this hole. Yep, just his sad little feet are sticking out. The feet that you stole the boots off of.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'll join the fight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. Where's Mule Kick at? Is he still?
Are the
near
holes
you?
fairly close so she could take the feet and stick
I?
the toes into other holes?
Okay, my
And we
goal.
could do the boy at the
I
dike
want to
thing.
sail this boat at the end.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm willing to take my.
Yeah, fully. Yeah, it's
Could you
mostly
large
full of
spackle the
water.
edges?
Yeah, can I
Um,
large spackle?
You know what? Yes, let's go ahead and give it a
Okay.
shot. So, your presence is like a mixture of your wisdom and intelligence and kind of charisma, too. So, I would say a presence test would probably be the best way to decide that.
I would never have come up with that possibility.
Nat 20.
There we go!
You got a critical.
Crag Sally
Which-
is so good at squishing.
What you do is you take a little bit of your lard, you slap it down into one of the holes, you cut off both of Kevin Jonas's feet, and you shove one foot into a hole,
Yeah.
another foot into another hole. You cut off each toe and plug all of the tiny
Yeah.
holes.
Yes.
With that, the ship is still very full of water, and you can hear that the seals are still attacking. But
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna call that your full
Yeah, I
action.
think that's absolutely reasonable.
All right, let's
I'd be
cut on.
willing to spend 2 rounds. I think, yeah. This took me a minute.
I don't want to think that much. All right.
Very good. Well, I mean, he has now moved into position.
Absolutely.
I shall bite him.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Nice. You are definitely going to hit him.
This time, because I just realized I can do this, I'm going to spend an omen
Okay.
to do full damage. 6
Oh.
points.
Hey!
You do a full 6 points of damage.
maximum damage.
That is fantastic. He is wearing absolutely no armor, and you just fully destroy him.
Delicious.
Yay.
Do you want to describe it?
What I eat? No, I mean, he goes by and turns and notices our only George go in. I shall take a bite at his neck and just tear up, peeling ear and face all the way up to the top, realizing, oh shit, I'm going to try and pull backwards to pull the face off.
Okay. We're just pulling faces off.
Well,
That's-
I mean, I realized that if his acting career is going to take off at a time like this,
Absolutely.
he's going to need many, many faces.
Oh,
True.
nice.
I feel like you should
Fantastic.
pivot from the brand of like onlygeorge.com. I feel like that.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, I have.
that might work.
Right, the front page is just this, click here to vote for the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
No,
Leading
only George.
actor in big bold letters.
Uh-huh.
Leading actor. Not supporting actor. Leading actor.
Get it someday.
Not supporting actor is tiled as the background. And so that is going to be the enemy's turn. They are fully in the middle of fighting right now. Now, you guys don't know what's going on upstairs.
Only
Right,
George.
yeah.
I believe it's time that you go out and bring another one down. You've been very successful. Wonderful acting.
Thank you.
Right.
I dust myself off and I claim that was a pratfall and intentional.
An acting skill. I've heard about those.
I believe him.
Yes, he's very good. Pretty
And,
much anything he says.
I will once again poke my Kevin head up through the hole.
Kevin head to the Kevin hole.
Yeah, Kevin head to the Kevin hole.
Nice, okay.
And I would like to once again see what the situation is.
Okay.
George, may I suggest something? I have most of the mule. Well, it was It was mule kick. I have most of mule kick here. You could be a George kick.
Can I?
Do you want to
acquire-
continue with your current facade?
I think I've sort of exhausted this role and its dramatic opportunities. So may I please peel the face from Mule Kick?
Makeup.
Yeah, you scream at the top of your lungs, makeup, while placing the face of Mule Kick over your only Kevin face. You're just doubling up.
Okay, fantastic. I am now transformed.
Sibilance, and go.
Sibilance. And I will head up the stairs
Okay.
and say, "It is I, Mule Kick." And look around and see what the situation is.
That is exactly how Mule Kick talks.
His catchphrase. He was always saying, "It is I."
So, looking up, you do not see Noto Johnson.
Oh no.
The
You
field.
see that Stitch's stool blood is missing both of his hands. They're both being eaten by seals at the moment. The only one that you see fully fighting is your captain, Captain Jeremiah Fester. His eyes glowing bright red in his skull face. He's holding a gun in either, like a flintlock in either hand. You can see that he has another huge sword on his side. However, his back is fully turned to you.
May I bring up a point? When we came on ship, did we realize there was Ghost Rider like captaining the ship, or did we just never see him?
No, I mean, you fully noticed him, yeah.
The undead
And he had a skull for a head.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
blazing
this-
red eyes.
You know,
Okay, we just passed right by that.
I
All right,
yeah,
I know.
The undead aren't too big. Like, they're just
Yeah,
around
I'm
me.
undead.
It's not
Yeah.
out of the ordinary.
They're just
Yeah,
here.
I know.
yeah, you have
Like-
an undead in your party at the moment.
I believe I'm thinking too much.
Honestly, there were
Yeah.
those few years when they first came that we killed a lot of them, but
Mhm.
we were scared. And
And you realize that, I mean,
yeah,
they're just like everybody else.
yeah,
You know?
they're just
This
This
dead.
is just that old style of thinking that you're still going through right now, Barry, that,
Right,
you
right.
really just need to modernize.
I get it. All right, so it's the skeleton version of the zombie film where they end up putting on the treadmills and.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is that the
Are you
is
talking
that
about
Izon?
Shaun of the Dead?
Right.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Shaun of Dead. That's right. Like once at the
What is
end.
iZombie?
Yeah, the room.
iZombie is absolutely not bad.
No, no, there was
a
a
very
wonderful.
Warm
bad
Hearts.
serial TV
Warm
show
Bodies.
about
Okay.
a zombie
Warm Bodies.
girl.
Warm
It's a
Warm
DC
Bodies.
comic.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
eats,
And she
she
looks
eats
in
the
a
brains,
morgue
and
and she eats their brains.
Oh no,
then
I'm
she gets
thinking
she gets their thinking.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
thinking
like
of something
a mystery
else.
detective.
That sounds fucking awful.
I
Yeah.
just
No,
had
it
the
was
show
actually really
iZombie
wonderful.
described to me.
No, I gotta support iZombie. It was on Netflix. It may still be there. It was fantastic.
It's bad.
I'm
It's not
getting a
fantastic.
full
Oh my
no
Fantastic.
from
I was dying laughing.
You're gonna use the word fantastic for
Through
iZombie?
season 2, I felt fairly confident about my claim of fantastic. I didn't get to season 3 because it wasn't out when I was watching.
Barry, are you secretly a zombie spreading zombie propaganda?
Is this that would
Hardball.
make a lot of sense, honestly.
I don't
If Barry
know
was a
the answer to
zombie?
that question.
Everybody enjoyed their brains. I mean, pizza tonight.
Please, George, you're stalling. Bring another one down.
Fantastic. I believe that I should. Well, one of them's being eaten, one of them is missing, the other one has their back turned to me.
And I want to point out, and being successful.
They're being successful.
Well, the one that's turned his back to you is
killing
being
seal.
successful fighting.
That's true. He is very successfully killing seals left and right.
You know, I honestly. I'm
Stop
going
it.
to-
Stop it, because I imagined the same damn thing that you did. I was able to hold it until you started laughing. I'm sorry, John. Did you not imagine just like 10...
Hundreds of seals
Yeah,
leaping
just-
from swinging in from the... Oh God, and every one of them singing a different song.
Each of them singing one of the many seal songs that we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah, many.
All of them.
Many
Yes.
songs that we don't need to mention the name
Yeah,
of,
yeah, totally.
as we know.
I know all of his songs.
Off his albums?
Yeah,
His
yeah.
CDs and albums?
That
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that he did was really good. That,
Yeah.
You know, the early one.
The disc?
Baby!
Yeah,
And then all the other great hits. Too many for us to
Yeah,
talk
too
about
many.
right
It's
now.
not
So
worth
what
it.
are you doing there, George
That's
Clooney?
the greatest hits album that you disrespectful assholes are talking.
Honestly, I think it's best if I speak with my compatriots down below deck, and I think we can probably manage the situation up here. Drawing these individuals down is just going to mean that we have to deal with all these seals. I convey that to my party, saying, there's a seal situation, too many of them, they're eating the people. I think that if we want to stay on this ship at all, we might need to come aboard above deck.
Well, I would like to ask, how successful have they been with the seal problem?
Not very successful, except for Captain Fester.
How many
He's doing quite
seals
well.
are aboard?
I noted at least 5.
There are many seals.
Seals are deceptively
It seemed, now, are the seals doing any damage to the actual ship?
They seem to be attacking the sides of the ship. I
Yeah.
believe that may be where some of these holes are coming from. if I'm
That
not mistaken.
that
You-
would be unfortunate. That
You
have to
you
do
actually
something.
peek back up over the deck, and you can see that one of these seals like is staring at the deck, and then you see this like pulse of energy come out of its big inflated head, and it blows a hole in the deck.
So George,
Yeah, when we
George,
hear
can-
that, like, what was that, George?
if
We
you
see
remove the
it.
faces,
Yeah.
and I can focus a little.
I removed my face
Very good.
and tucked it
Now-
into a pocket.
I believe, if memory serves, that the mule is the only predator that chases seals these days. Can
My-
you release your mule?
My main concern right now is figuring out the situation with my mule, which is technically a donkey, but we will.
It's funnier to say mule, and to be honest, we're all too dumb to know the difference. So
Actually,
Yeah, remember the farmer discussion earlier?
you don't have to lean away from the mic. That's the difference. Our listeners also don't know. So
when a horse and a donkey really love each other,
Wait, I gotta write this down. What?
how exactly does this work?
Okay, so we need to have our time in important minutes from Craig Sally.
The more you know.
every animal has
Right, the
an
more you
amygdala, and the amygdala is what gives the emotions to the animals or the drive, and it's also called like a lizard brain. I mean, people's have amygdalas, and when the amygdalas are activated with what's it called?
I would fully like to remind everybody that Craig Sally has never finished a story, so I'm just going to steamroll right beyond
That's right, I
that.
forgot you told. I was so waiting to see where that went. Shit.
It wasn't
You're
going
right.
anywhere.
Yeah, it wasn't going anywhere.
Sally, as much as I want to hear this.
The amygdala gets its name from being shaped like an almond.
Oh dear God, it's
It's
fascinating.
spreading.
Yes. All right, so back to our donkey problem.
Yes.
Mule.
Mule. I believe that working together, we may be able to save my precious donkey.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Anything for your mule, Mr. Clooney.
And again, if I'm right, and they are seal predators, I think that's important.
Yeah. Maybe we can ride it to safety on the shore.
No, if it's
Mules
if
are
it's-
notoriously good swimmers.
They're incredibly good.
Incredibly.
They're the original sea.
The large claws that come with the
Yes.
other feet.
They have the paddles.
The tail kind of goes into a rudder.
Yeah.
well, I'd say all aboard the donkey.
I think this, honestly, buddies, I think that this ship might be done for.
Well, okay, well, let's go ahead and get to this. I haven't hunted seal in a long time, and if he's up there, we really need to go. But we should go and kill these seals.
Well, it's incredibly important that we emerge with a show of force. So a few deep breathing exercises, a little focus, and I think that we need to project power and strength and confidence. Which,
Very good.
you know, is,
Okay.
you've seen me doing it this entire time, so just mimic what I do naturally.
Just put a poster up of that. That's what I immediately imagined. The motivational posters.
right next to the kitten
Like,
poster.
Right, that was
hanging
just
Yeah.
say the kitten poster's got to be there,
Yeah.
but it's half underwater now.
Right.
Every ship.
Well, and the kitten is fully dead.
Yeah.
And it's hanging from a noose, actually.
Cat herder, he's
Yeah.
been here.
Yes.
Hang in there.
The cat herder has been here.
It's propaganda from the cat. Hang in there. Call Salad.
So we make our way up
Yeah.
to the
Yeah, okay, so you
Go
guys
up.
make your way on up to
I
the
got
deck.
got my musket
Has
out.
anything changed since the other three of us haven't been up here yet? I mean, what you've described to him, you don't want to describe again if it's the same, but has anything changed from what you've described? Because that's what we see.
Yeah, at this point, you can now see that Captain Jeremiah Fester has actually lit the fuse on one of the gun barrels and is holding it up, one of the gunpowder barrels, is holding it above his head, screaming, "And I'll go down with me ship!"
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
good time for us. No, I think it's a good time to get onto the donkey.
To the donkey.
Cool.
Wait a minute. Do I think I can shoot that barrel away from his hand?
No.
Wait. Do I see the fuse?
Oh, yeah.
Can
It's
I
very cartoonish.
Can I shoot the fuse?
Oh, my God. You know,
I'm
Yeah,
going to the
of
donkey.
course.
I don't
you
want
can-
to-
Of course, yes. Always do the dumbest thing. Yeah, you can shoot the fucking fuse. You gotta try though.
I don't want him to blow us up. Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
I
Yeah,
am
yeah,
going
you're
to
gonna go for
increase
it.
the DR to a 14.
That makes
though.
sense. But wait, okay, question.
It really should be higher.
My musket went down from 12 to 10. Is that 14 with that taken into account?
It's still 14. Yeah.
I wanted to know. Hey! 16!
Fuck.
So just come out and just say, yeah, that's bad.
Never offer the roll if you don't want it to be possible.
Right, it's true. So Delilah just like squeaks a few times. I raise up, blam.
You see Captain Jeremiah Fester holding this barrel over his head. He lit the fuse and he is standing there. He is screaming, "And I'll go down with me ship! You bastards will never take it from me!" And then he hears boom! And he's looking at all of the seals around him, almost as if like he's awkwardly waiting for the barrel to explode. He looks up and notices that it's no longer bit, just in time for one of these seals to psionically blast him off of the ship. The barrel drops to the ground and you guys are now on a sinking ship.
Alright, well, at least it's not exploded.
We're on a donkey.
You're on,
Yeah,
sorry,
to
you're
the
on-
the donkey, Batman. I mean,
You're on
George
a
Clooney.
mostly sunken ship. It is staying afloat a little bit. I will admit it is staying afloat a little bit, probably by the power of the donkey and all the toes that were stuffed in holes.
Yeah.
Um,
Toes, yeah, good.
Thank you, Sally.
Is there any chance that there is a smaller ship, maybe a rescue pod or some such?
Rowboat.
I don't think they call it a rescue pod on a ship.
Rowboat.
I think it's a dinghy.
I have not spent my
Is there
time
a
on a
dinghy?
ship. I've spent my
Actually,
time on land.
Is
A dinghy's is a
there a
small
dinghy?
ship.
I'm going to say that there's a 15% chance that there's a dinghy. There is fully not a dinghy.
Well, a dinghy's is what's used to pull a ship.
Wait, that's
into
7.
a harbor.
Oh my god!
That's 7. That's 7.
Dude,
That's
why?
under 15. That's under
Yeah.
15.
Oh, there's a fucking dinghy.
It was,
and you know what?
It was not 5 minutes ago. You said if you don't
You
want
know
it to happen,
what?
don't make the roll.
I know.
So
It was like a minute ago that I said
Right.
that.
now, are we talking SS Minnow style mini dinghy,
Yeah,
or are we?
it's bigger than the ship.
Yeah, what's the likelihood that it's bigger than the actual ship? Roll it.
No, I refuse.
All right, so 4 in the dinghy. We're gonna strap the donkey to it, right?
We absolutely need
Yeah.
to save the dog.
Yes, are you
Yeah.
putting it in the ship or are you letting it pull the ship with its flippers?
Yeah,
We
well,
will
yeah.
let it pull the ship.
I imagine the most effective thing is to allow the sea creature
I
to
was,
go.
I mean,
was
it
told,
has
I was
gills
sure
for a
yeah,
reason.
that George had told me that the donkey was the original seat.
Yeah.
So is one of you also riding the donkey?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
I'm certain
probably.
someone is.
I must be right.
I would
You know-
never besmirch that
You know,
honor like that.
I'm assuming this is about a 2-person dinghy. There's one of you riding the donkey, 2 of you in the dinghy, and one of you is water skiing behind the dinghy.
It sounds good. I imagine Delilah would probably be the best person to actually like command the ship.
Of course, yeah,
Okay, cool,
probably.
so, yeah.
Yeah, so in your place, you're putting the rats.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, well, like, what I mean is I'll sit there, but Delilah's really going to be telling me what to do. She's
Fantastic.
the real brains of it.
So you guys are, in the most ridiculous way, escaping this this sunken ship that was captained by an undead person in your tiny little dinghy. And you begin heading in the direction of the nearest shore.
Yes, to land, which we have never lost sight of.
Exactly, because it is right there. And you do notice that as you're approaching this, there appears to be a large carcass on the beach. That it is. This thing is massive. It is the size of
A
multiple cruise ships put together.
Oh, jeez.
This
A
is
behemoth.
this is a dead leviathan, perhaps, sitting on the beach. You can also see that next to that, there appears to be a small broken ship, and you can see that there is a sign pointing in either direction. From that, pointing to 2 different small villages that you see on either side of this peninsula. You guys reach the shore, and it smells absolutely foul here. And that's actually where we're going to end this session, folks.
Oh, wow. Okay. Decisions. Very good.
It's
That was
important
good
to
to survive.
know.
Thank you, Mike.
No,
Ah,
yes,
thank you.
Thank you.
He says the important.
Well, technically, it's not a dinghy. A dinghy is sort of like a boat that pulls a big.
I'm again just
shore.
gonna
And then
steamroll.
a
You know, I
small
appreciate
rowboat
all
is-
of your
is-
input.
Most likely, it's
Sally,
a rowboat.
I-
That's on the
I hope that you
ship.
just keep
He
talking.
said it was a
It's like a
dinghy, so we
dinghy.
have a dinghy, so we
Well,
have a full
dinghy
boat.
is generally the kind of ship that would pull a larger ship.
Fine, it's a rowboat.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Crowman 76, Loading Madcat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, and Rosix 13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.